Good evening to one and all present here. I, Bharti Dalal, gladly welcome you all to this wonderful session about attrition, a global challenge for HRM. Rukmani Devi Institute of Advanced Studies is a Category A institute. It runs under the aegis of Seth Pokermal Educational Society. The institute is an active member of AMDI in South Asia, Computer Society of India and IMA. The college has been continuously organizing various informative and outstanding sessions. But I firmly believe that this one is going to be one of the best. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Saurabh Kumar Banerjee. He is presently working in Genome Business Solutions as Assistant Manager Recruitment. He worked with HAYS Business Solution and Assistant Manager HR. He even worked with Internet Global Services as Assistant Manager Recruitment. He worked with Chino Valley Medical Center, California, USA in HR department and was awarded the Honor Award in the year 2006. He worked with Quattro Group of Companies in HR division. He was awarded the Best Employee for the year 2008 and 2009. He worked with American Express Bank. He was initiated to get business from USA office to India. Please put your hands together for Saurabh Kumar Banerjee. Sir, please, the stage is all yours. I don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, guys. This is working? Okay, sorry. I'm really sorry for coming late. My apologies for the traffic. I wanted to reach on time, but then we got late. I'm really sorry for that. I see a big crowd over here. How many people here? 60 or 40? More than that. Okay. So you guys are all from the HR MBA course or for business administration also? All MBA. And all second semesters or the fourth semester? Second semesters, okay. So, good that you'll be making a move to the HR division after you finish your MBA. Because that's one division which every organization needs, and it's a backbone for every organization. So, I've been in the HR industry for the last 8 years now, and it just gets better from one organization to the other. Okay. So I have some slides to talk about the attrition, the topic, but before that I wanted to know your name at least before we start this. Sure. Sure. So before we start off, could you just tell your names, each one of you, starting from here?
Hi sir, my name is Manmeet.
Manmeet. Okay. Hi. Okay. Okay.
My name is Abhishek Sharma. Myself Saurabh Dua. My name is Raman Chamber.
Okay.
Salman Khan.
Okay.
I'm Shahbaz Khan.
Okay.
My name is Bharti.
My name is Arunga.
My name is
Raman Kalra.
Okay.
I am Rahul Sharma.
I'm Ananya. I'm Rupal. Hello sir, my name is Priyanka. My name is Srinu Nagpal. Hello sir, my name is Richa Sharma. My name is Nikita Taran. My name is Mansi Keher.
Okay.
Myself Neera Nagpal. Myself Shweta Singh. Hello sir, my name is Deepthi Bhatia.
Okay.
Ritika Gopi. Jyotsna Sagar.
Karan Sharma.
Garima Goyal. Sonal Kapoor.
Hello sir, my name is Nakul Sehgal.
Richa Bansal. Achal Dutta. Richa Chowdhury. Anshu Pasricha. Ragini Malik. I am Hek Sharma.
Okay.
I'm Vikas Raj.
Simran Shinkar. Gunjan Garg. Isha Arya.
Your name? Which is like the first one. And the last person sitting? Before 90. Okay. Thank you guys. So I would like to introduce my colleague here, Kirti Thakur. She's part of HR again. Okay, so the topic today is one of the biggest challenge in all the industry. You move into recruitment or the generalist role. It's the same problem everywhere. Okay, so the topic today is attrition, which is a global challenge. Can we get the slides off so that they could see? So by switching the light off doesn't mean that we all sleep. Okay, today we're going to discuss what attrition is, which all industries have been affected by it. In fact, every industry is affected by it, and how do we control attrition, and the major reasons for attrition. So as we said, attrition is a global challenge, and it's affected all the industries. So this is one of the line Mr. Narayan Murthy had stated once in a conference. It says, our asset walks out of the door each evening, we have to make sure that they come back the next morning. So it is important for every HR professional to make this happen every single day, because every other organization in the market is a competitor. So attrition control is the biggest challenge in every industry, be it the best company in the world to the first upcoming organization. Could anyone of you tell me what attrition is? Sure. No, that's not attrition. What attrition is? Yeah, but then as a layman, if I'm going to ask you what attrition is. Exactly. Okay. So when people start leaving the organization due to one or the other reason. So it is a reduction in the number of employees through retirement, resignation, or by death. Okay. So nowadays in most of the organization, even people don't resign, they just leave, they become absconding, which we call is in this industry, this is 40% of people leave just by absconding. Okay, so this is one major factor where you can't even understand why the attrition has happened. So in an industry where I come from, it's a KPO background, ITES enabled background, wherein every second day we have attrition of at least 10 to 20 people per day. Okay, so that is how the attrition is, how big an attrition problem is, and within 20 months the entire organization changes, as in the face changes, employees changes because of high attrition rate. So in this current scenario where attrition is so high, every organization tries to retain people. Either you have monetary benefits, or you have challenges that you give employees, or you try to show whatever the benefits or a challenging role that you give to the employee. So that's how we control attrition in most of the ITS organization. So attrition this is a graph which shows attrition in different sectors. Okay, so if you're going to see,
the highest is in the KPO BPO environment. Okay, and before that is retail. Retail is also again one sector which has been affected, and this is this data of 2011 itself, last year's data. And the least highest attrition is 17%, which is FMCG. So in most of the organizations, if you go to see industries, attrition is so high that if you hire 50 people, 25 people leave in the same month. So that's how the problem is. The biggest problem, biggest challenge in every organization is. Next slide. Okay, these are some of the reasons why attrition normally happens. One is the monetary factor. Now supposedly this is one which is normally stated in every organization. When you have, so you guys understand appraisals happening, yeah. So when after a year appraisals happen, normally as per industry norms 10%, 15% they get. So nowadays what happens is, if you're getting a 20,000 rupees salary, you move into another organization, they offer you 40,000 or 30,000. Whereas if you wait for an appraisal, your salary will increase only till 25,000. So the employer doesn't wait for that appraisal to happen. He will leave the organization and go for a better package. So now nowadays it's not about the role that people switch for. Normally they switch for the salary. Okay. So being HR professionals, you have to understand the market trend. You have to understand the market salary that's been given, and you have to do a salary revision at the end of the appraisal cycle. If you don't do that, you lose maximum of your employees in the organization. Okay, lack of good working conditions. Now, this normally happens in smaller organizations where it's just a startup and people have joined up because of higher salaries that they joined, but the working conditions are not good. But in well-established organizations, this is not generally a problem that is seen. Okay, now no flexibility in work schedules. Now this happens normally when you join the ITES or an IT enabled organization where you have to do a night shift kind of role. So for mostly female employees, after some time they start looking for day shift jobs. So this happens in a major role when female employees leave because of looking for flexible hours of role. Okay, so probably they wanted to go a half day or 9 to 6 job from a rotational shifts. So I guess you guys understand what is a BPO KPO environment. And so are you guys doing any part-time or you just studying completely? Just studying, okay. Okay, so the next point is lack of respect. Now this happens in a very close kind of an environment wherein your superior doesn't really treat you as the way they should. Okay, so like supposedly, for an example, in my team, if I treat someone differently and I treat the other employee differently, so that's how people perceive in the organization, and they say that, okay, I don't have respect in this company, so why to work in this company? But then this is also a problem which is very rarely seen. If you've been in the organization for long and your work is well, then you get all the benefits normally. Organization is okay. So I will talk about increase in favoritism. This is also a very important part, because once you come into the corporate environment, you will understand that when you have your superior bosses, they will have their favorite people in the team. Okay, so if you're not one of them, or you feel that you're not one of them, then we'll start looking for options. Once you start looking for options, then you've decided to leave the organization, then mentally you're not there, your work wise goes down, and finally you have to leave the organization. Either the organization terminates you or you find another role. Okay, so I was talking about lack of challenges in the job. So as an HR professional, you normally have to keep your employees happy, giving by a new role. So if an employee comes, so I'll give you a scenario. If an employee comes to you saying that I want to resign today, now it could be of a better opportunity, it could be of a better salary. At any given point of time, there will be very less chances for you to give him a better package, because this organization won't provide every employee to be retained at a higher package. So what you have to do is, the other option only you have is giving a better role. If he's not happy with this role, probably if you have a better role in the organization, probably move him than that. Next. So okay, over here the first point, the mismatch between job and the person. So now what happens is, once you get into recruitment, you'll find this. Nowadays the trend is, a person who's done a banking job, he's done an MBA in HR and he's moved into a HR role. He's an absolute finance guy. He's moved into HR. After some time, he doesn't find fit that he has to take interviews, he has to listen to other people, he has to do retention, he has to handle a lot of employee grievances, whereas from the banking industry, and he wants to work those finance metrics. So ideally what happens then, he starts looking out for an just because of his MBA he's moved into HR, but then he looks out for better opportunities. Okay, so that's a misfit. Though probably you've done an MBA from IIM, but then when your background is marketing or finance, that doesn't mean, makes no sense you moving into HR. A lot of people are getting into HR just because they think HR is the boom in the industry and every organization has an HR department. But then there are many people who can't perform. Why? Because they are not people-centric people. Until unless you're a people-centric person, you can't get into HR. And if you get into HR, then that's the end of your career, that I can say. I have seen people, AVPs or vice president in HR who are so stringent that people can't approach them. So when people can't approach them, the feedback goes for a toss. So being in HR, if you're not open to feedbacks, or if you're not open as a person, you're not open, then nothing is going to work for the organization. Next. Okay. So the first point over here is again stress from overwork and work-life imbalance. Now I've been in HR for the last 8 years. I've been working 16 hours a day.